All right, week 7, 2 weeks left, and you guys will have every piece of knowledge that I have passed on to you to be the best paralegal and office manager that you can possibly be. At least that's the hope. This week we're going to talk about getting clients. You know how to set up the client database, check for conflicts of interest, run the office. Now we have to go out and get clients. It used to be that most attorneys got clients off of referrals. Your friends, your family, friends of your family, family of your friends, and then you would focus on a specific area in which your law firm would be based off of, whether it be estate planning, which is actually fairly new, to divorce law, family law, criminal law, corporate law, whatever fields you choose to. That's kind of what you would specialize in, and then that's where your clients would come from. In today's world, especially with small and solo firms, which is a way that a lot of attorneys are going nowadays, most of your advertisement or most of your client base will come from still referrals, of course, but website traffic. Potential clients doing Google searches for different attorneys in their area, mostly divorce law, criminal law, DWIs, traffic tickets. Personally, I am specializing in estate planning for young families. So when somebody will type in estate planning in my area, hopefully my name will pop up and they'll give me a call. But a key to this is having a good website, a good internet presence as far as what is on there. Most states will have restrictions on advertising. And the Model Rules of Professional Responsibility talk about this in Rule 1.16. They talk about advertising and what you can and can't do. One thing you can't do is you can't target clients. For example, let's say you're driving down the road and you see a car accident. You can't stop your car, get out of your car, and run up to the people in the accident and say, hey, we represent auto injury accidents, or we represent plaintiffs against insurance companies, and give them your card. Just as if, you can't necessarily go to a bar, find somebody who's drinking heavily, wait till they go to their car and say, hey, you're going to need my car later. I represent people who get DWIs. It has to be a generalized to everyone advertisement, and that's why websites are good. But you also have to have a disclaimer. You have to let people know that you are only licensed in the state of California. You can't practice in multi-states. That's malpractice. If you're licensed in California, you can't go to Kansas and handle a case in Kansas unless, of course, there are, like anything else, there's exceptions to the rules. But for the most part, you can't do this. You can't have a client in New York that you're representing under New York law and go to Florida and represent your grandmother and issue against her condo building. You have to take each state's individual bar, and you have to be licensed in each individual state in order to do that. So that's another thing in attracting customers and clients is you have to disclaim which states that you can and cannot that you are licensed to work in. As far as existing clients, you want to make sure that you're satisfying those clients so you can better advertise. When your advertisement, you want to also disclaim that the choice of an attorney is an important one and should not be based on advertisement alone. This is something that you have to put on your websites or on your mailers or any way else that you advertise. That clients need to make their own decisions by meeting with the attorneys in person. We'll finish up this lecture talking about how to deal with current and future clients as we move forward. Dealing with existing clients is a lot easier than dealing with future clients, mostly because they already believe in what you're doing. So talking to them and getting feedback on what you do well, how you can best go about promoting yourself to future clients. This is a great way to get feedback from people who you work with and who know what you do. When dealing, you got to think about the future when trying to get out of representing a client as well. So when you fire a client or you are trying to withdraw from a client, you need to make sure that your customer service is up to par and that you are ethically, you're following the ethical rules that you're supposed to when doing this. A lot of attorneys nowadays have forgotten that we are in a customer service business. This goes to the paralegals out there as well. We represent a service to the client, and we have to be understanding of the customer's needs and requests, because this is who we serve. These are the people that we represent. We want to be able to go out there and make a difference in somebody's life. And if we're not excited, if we're not giving good service, then why would somebody come back to us? Why would somebody recommend their friend to come and hire us to be their attorney? McDonald's used to have a saying that it was on their price boards, so you didn't see it unless you were looking for it. But it said, "Everything on the sport costs something, but a smile is free." And it's very true. A smile is free, and a smile goes a long way. Friendliness, courtesy, chivalry, all of these things go a long way to making current clients happy and allowing you to find new clients. New clients are the bread and butter of your practice. You need new clients in order to have new income, to have new revenue, to continue to learn new parts of the law, and to kind of make the day interesting, to have something else to do besides just work on making sure your passwords are up to date or your filing system is correct. And so in order to get new clients, most of this time this comes from word of mouth, but there's always different ways to do it through marketing, advertising, and solicitation. And whether it be Facebook, whether it be Twitter, whether it be you or your attorney writing blogs on new laws that have been passed or new information that's come forward about certain aspects of the law, websites, direct mail. I have an attorney where I live that just sends out random mailings to everybody in the zip code, about his services. And this is okay because you're not direct marketing to any one person. Different ways to market, of course, you can see there on your screen: networking mail, media exposure, person to person. The best form of marketing is yourself, being able to show that you are up to date on everything, that you represent your client's best interests, and that you follow the rules of the legal profession. So, using the internet, make sure that when you are on your website or your blog, you do not give any legal advice, you do not promise anything, you cite all of your sources. Just keep the public up to date on what is going on in your profession. And you have to make sure that when you're marketing, that you're marketing to the type of client that you want to represent. It's okay to turn down business. It's not okay to accept business and then decide you don't want to do it. Each of your clients need good representation, and your personal reputation is what is going to bring in those new and loyal customers and clients as you move forward with your practice.